key, and that opened up a whole new world of Kabbalah and Torah for Rabbi Ashlag, which was eventually written in a number of different books, a number of different Sfarim. There was one called Matan Torah. This is what Rabbi Brandwein considers the book of Mashiach. So if anyone's interested in learning about Mashiach, buy this book. Or let's learn about this book. Basically, everything is contained in here, but it's concealed as well. It's a small book, but the spiritual underpinnings of the Torah is all contained in this book. The purpose of the Torah, the purpose of creation, the purpose of humanity, the purpose of our lives, all the secrets are really contained in this small book. In fact, Rabbi Brandwein has really spent his life in writing a book about this book. And he's almost finished with this book. It will be a monumental work. It's a big book. I've seen it. It's not yet in print, but it basically explains this book. And it's 5 times as big as this book, at least. And it gives the sources, and it gives a deep explanation, because all these other books basically is somehow contained in this little book. That's one monumental work that Rabbi Ashlag wrote. He also wrote the definitive commentary on the Zohar. If you open up a Zohar, just about any Zohar, most of them come with this commentary called the Sulam, the ladder. And this is all Rabbi Ashlag's teaching. Basically, he cracked open the Zohar, the mysterious Zohar, with his interpretation, with his writing. And it took him a lifetime. The Zohar is a monumental, very, very large work. And he wrote this definitive commentary on the entire Zohar. So you can imagine how much of an effort and what it took to create such a monumental thesis. And basically, without this commentary, it's virtually impossible to understand the Zohar. I mean, there's been other commentaries, but the beauty of this commentary is that it decodes the Zohar. It's not just a collection of explanations. It's a system of interpretation, meaning it's all built based on a particular format and methodology. He basically, in this commentary, gives us as our Brandwein would say, not just the key to understanding the Zohar and basically all of the Torah, but he gives us the master key. Those are Rabbi Brandwein's words, the master key. And what's beautiful about this is that there are themes in here and variations on themes. So you could almost liken it to a beautiful symphony, in that there are a number of different themes in the symphony, and then there are variations on the theme that are found in this commentary. Now, what's beautiful about this is that once you learn the basic system, you yourself can use the key to open up other areas that you might never have understood, or you didn't understand sufficiently, or it will open up a whole new way of understanding. And also perhaps in areas that you don't have the privilege to, or maybe perhaps Ashlag didn't write anything about something specific, although it's unlikely, you can use that key to then give you insight into a different concept in the Torah or in Kabbalah. So that's his interpretation, the Sulam, which is a ladder, basically a ladder to ascend to the highest levels to understand the Zohar. And really, before this commentary, the Zohar was, for most people, really a closed book. He also wrote what's called the Sefer Hakdamot, the book of the introductions. So there's a number of introductions. There's an introduction that he wrote to the Sefer HaZohar, a beautiful introduction. And I'm going to actually, what I chose to speak about tonight is a little bit about the introduction to the Zohar that's found in here. It's found in the Hebrew. I basically, I'm going to present a synopsis of what's written in the beginning part of the introduction, the Hakdama of the Zohar. But there's also here in this an introduction to the Talmud Esses Sfirot, which is another book that he wrote, and there's an introduction to, well, we said to the Zohar, and etc. So this is found in the Hakdamot, in the introductions, and then he wrote a phenomenal sefer called Talmud Esses Sfirot. This comes from the Ari, but Rav Ashlag presents it in a way where it's so systematized that it becomes much easier to understand the Ari from reading and trying to understand the Ari through the lens of the Talmud Esses Sfirot. According to Rabbi Ashlag, the way this was written is in a similar way to the way the Ari actually taught his students. The way Reb Chaim Vital, his student, wrote his teachings was not the exact way that the Ari actually spoke and taught his students. It was a different methodology. And that methodology Rav Ashlag captures in this book, in this sefer called Talmud Esses Sfirot. Basically, it's the study of the 10 Sfirot. And if you really want to understand what the 10 Sfirot are about, and of course much, much more, if you really want to understand the Ari in a logical way, this is the sefer to learn and to understand. This involves a lifetime. And it's my goal, to hopefully to spend my life at some point, in really immersing myself in this. This is really the goal, and it would be wise for everyone to learn at least some of what's contained in the Talmud Esses Sfirot. My dream, my hope is that one day the Talmud Esses Sfirot will be condensed, only because it's realistically impossible for most people to learn the entire Talmud Esses Sfirot. There's 12 volumes of this, and you need an entire lifetime of doing nothing else but this to really, for most of us, to accomplish that. And hopefully one day that will be ready. Of course, never to replace this, but to give us like maybe monarch notes of the basic idea in each section of the Talmud Esses Sfirot. So these were his major works. There were some others as well, but these are his major works. What's beautiful about Rabbi Ashlag is that his language is so modern. It's so precise. It's almost scientific. And it's very appealing to the modern mind. It's very consistent with other very frontier disciplines of thought. It will help you to better understand other fields of study, whether it's physics, whether it's the field of medicine, economics. It really doesn't matter. This could be also a key to understand a wide variety of other disciplines that are supposedly outside the Torah. But of course nothing is outside the Torah. And everything could be understood through this incredible master key that Rabbi Ashlag has provided for us. And you'll see that as I speak tonight, that he gives us basic ideas, basic concepts, basic definitions that will set the stage for us to understand deeper and deeper concepts. It's like building a beautiful castle.